All right, so this next mini lesson is about introducing a quote. So, whenever you insert a quote into your essay, it must be introduced. Imagine that you invite your friend over to your house and your friend has never been there before and they've never met your family before. So, you probably wouldn't just take them around and just bring them right maybe down to your basement or up to your room and you would just not introduce them to your family. You want to introduce them to your family. If you don't, it might be awkward for your friend. The same applies to your quote. Quotes need to be introduced in your paper. They cannot just enter unannounced. Possible lead-ins are in the text, is TikTok good for kids? It states. The text states, according to the text, the author writes, one example from the text is, one piece of evidence is, and there are a few others, but these are the main ones. Remember that a lead in is the way that we introduce the quote. Just like you would say, "Hi, mom, this is my friend so and so." This is how you would introduce a quote. Remember that if you're introducing a text for the first time, you must state the title of the text. Don't just say in the text it says, because your reader won't know what text you're talking about. Your reader will be confused, and it does not make for a very cohesive essay. So please remember that when you have this in your first body paragraph, you want to introduce it and you want to state the title. Notice that the title is capital. All of the important words are in capital letters, and then there are quotation marks around it. Here is an example. So example 1. In the article, Is It Okay to Lie? It states, once you tell a lie, say claiming LeBron James is your cousin, you might have to tell more lies to keep up with the charade. You're going to Los Angeles to visit LeBron over winter break. Before you know it, you'll be terrified of running into your friends over the holidays because you're supposed to be in California hanging with LeBron. And then this is another example where it gives the quote and it just says the article says. So in body paragraph 1, you want to make sure that this one is correct because it introduces the quote or introduces, the article at the top. This one is obviously not correct because it does not introduce the name of the article. This should say body paragraph 2 up here. But another example is where it just says one example from the text says that. This is good for body paragraph 2, but it would not be acceptable for body paragraph 1. I'm sorry, I made a typo up here because it does not introduce the article. And this one just plops the quote right in. It doesn't even introduce it at all. So obviously this one is correct and this one is incorrect. So please go back into your essay and make sure that you have your quotes introduced properly. If you have any questions about that, I will help you, but these are some good rules that you can follow to get started.